So I'm here at SpaCon, and I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live for SpaCon. And who's going to be asking me questions?
Josh Grisham with Nerd Informants, and it is an honor to be with the mastermind, the legend of graphic art, Mr. Walden Wong.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I'm a legend. I'm just a geek, a nerd who's drawing, doodling at home.
He's a legend in our book, folks.
Thank you. What's your, Tim?
Yeah, I'm Tim. That's Josh.
And Josh.
Josh. Okay, Josh. So you have a set of questions?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is your life, Walden Wong.
Okay. Look, Spider-Man's here. This is so awesome. We have a guest.
Hey, what is up? We are hanging out and live on the SpaCon couch at SpaCon 2019. Hot Springs Convention Center, and of course, we have just been having an absolute blast out here, getting a chance to meet all the vendors, hanging out with all of the guests here at SpaCon, and I am here with a man who is well known in the comic sphere. He is a graphic artist, he is a colorist, he is an inker, he is the man known as Walden Wong. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Well, Spider-Man just said. Yeah,
we were getting video bombed by Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was nice, that was nice.
So Walden, first off, I'm going to ask you, you're here at SpaCon 2019, how has day number one of SpaCon been for you, sir?
Day number one, as yesterday, Friday,
yes.
The opening ceremony was awesome. I've never been to a convention where there was an opening ceremony and then Transformers playing music, like all that, and everyone in cosplay, and then the atmosphere, it was awesome.
Okay, so also too, as far as your interaction with the fans so far, people that have come by and seen you, what's been the best reaction? What's been the best part of the con so far?
The best part of the con, I had a lot of people that would come up to me and say, oh, you're the artist that did this? Because they didn't think that there was an artist that did the comic books. So they'll see me and say, oh, you're the artist, and they start taking photos of me, and then follow me, like all the social media, they'll follow me instantly. So that's the best reaction.
Oh
yeah.
And you know, looking at your resume, looking at the pedigree, anybody can go on Facebook, they can go on the SpaCon webpage, they can get all the information about Walden. But people need to know Marvel, DC,
yes,
Dark Horse. We're going to take time. We're going to go back to your childhood real quick.
Okay.
Was art always your calling, or could you have found yourself doing something completely different?
Art, I've always liked art. I've been, in kindergarten class, my kindergarten teacher had a conference with my father, and then the meeting was, Mr. Wong, your son isn't doing that well in class, but he's pretty good at art. That's my first recollection of being an artist. But I didn't think about being a comic book artist until much later in life. But I would always be drawing. I remember going to a college. I was in economics class, and I would draw. And the teacher, this classroom was like an auditorium, like a big size auditorium. The teacher would say, "Don't draw. Stop. Put your paper aside." You know, I was drawing. But so I put a paper aside. A few minutes later, I started drawing again. Next thing I noticed, there was an eraser flying towards me, like the scene of Matrix. Those bullets, everything slowed down. The time I saw that eraser, I dodged it. I got in so much trouble. I used to work in a bank. I would draw pictures of my coworkers, caricatures, and everyone would be so upset.
Did you get in trouble at the bank too from your boss?
I did. I got in trouble everywhere from drawing.
Oh my gosh.
Because I would draw my boss the way. My nose isn't that big. Yes it is. Things like that.
I'm capturing you in the most real way absolutely possible.
Yes.
So you were getting in trouble. People were slapping your hands with a ruler incessantly. If there are people that were basically getting you in trouble, coming back to you now all this time later and saying, Walden, you know what? I'm sorry. Look at where you're at right now. It's paid off. I'm sorry I ever yelled at you.
I have friends, with Facebook, everyone follows each other and they'll find each other. So I have friends who would see me from before and then they see me now. They'll say, wow, Walden, I've always known you were an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the friends that were good, like I didn't think that you would become an artist. Now I'm an artist, so that feels nice. That always feels nice.
Stepping into the world at large for you, I mean, you are tied to some incredibly huge names. What was the first character you drew that really drew the attention of the world at large as far as comic books, Marvel, DC?
Okay, so my first project with DC Comics was JLA, Justice League of America. So my first project had all of the main core iconic characters. At the time, I didn't really appreciate it, and I thought, oh, all comics is like this. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, they're all there. But it was the main character. I also worked on JLU, Justice League Unlimited, all the characters again. And then over at Marvel, my first Marvel work was X-Force. And then I've been doing comics for 23 years now. I've worked on pretty much every comic book character there is.
Gosh, and, such big names, and Justice League, absolutely huge. Obviously, we know the DC Extended Universe is just going absolutely ballistic. If you had to look into the future with these big names, what would be Walden Wong's dream project of all dream projects?
I worked on Deadpool early in my career in Marvel, and then more recently, maybe 5-6 years, also Deadpool. But I love Deadpool. Like Deadpool is one of my favorite characters. If I can go back and do Deadpool again, I would. Yeah, that's like one of the best. The character, that character, I can watch a Deadpool movie and enjoy it, and then when I see Ryan Reynolds play another movie, I still see Deadpool. Like any role that Ryan Reynolds is, that's Deadpool to me.
Oh, and so Deadpool is absolutely your top.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. Like I can even draw Deadpool on the top of my head, and then any design I draw, patterns, it still looks like Deadpool.
If I could ask you, I mean, obviously you spend so much time drawing. Where do you most draw your inspiration from? What keeps you going at the end of the day?
Looking at other artists' work. Yeah, so I follow a lot of other pencilers and inkers and colors art on Instagram, YouTube, and all the different social medias. And then I'll look at the work, even comic books. I'll look at it, and then when I see it, it's like, wow, I gotta learn how to do that. Like, look at that technique, look at that texture. I want to see if I can do that. So I'm constantly learning. So I've been doing it for 23 years. I still think I have lots to learn because to grow as an artist, I think there's always room to learn. And I always get inspired.
That's cool. And obviously, do you have any fear looking forward into the future? I mean, obviously, comic books still so popular. You go to a con, you see avid collectors looking to have that rare find out there. Obviously, digital medium is becoming more and more prevalent. You've got people that are drawing on iPads.
Yeah.
How far have you broadened your ability as far as drawing? And do you worry that digital will just eventually take over and comics will go away? Do you ever think about that?
That's a very good question. When I first started working in comics, I remember submitting my work to the art director in Marvel Comics. And the art director said, "You sure you want to be an inker? Because it's going to be obsolete. It's going to be obsolete." This was over 25 years ago. Okay, so for a while, Marvel started doing Ultimate Marvel, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Fantastic Four, and they were not using inkers. They were just going colors directly from pencils. So inkers started dwindling a little bit, but now everything's still like the traditional way. Yeah, because every so often Marvel or DC would ask me to ink a project that a penciler would draw digitally, because the stuff is drawn on iPad or something. And then I would go back in there and do it by hand to make it look traditional. So like comic book inking is still prevalent. It's still relevant right now.
Real quick, I want to get into, and I want to ask you about this as well. Obviously, you've had recognition, you've had accolades that have been placed on you in your career over that 23 years. Talk to me about the Inkwell Awards, that recognition, and what does that mean?
Oh, you heard about that?
Yes.
Yeah, the Inkwell Awards, like I was very humble and honored to be nominated, because some of the other nominees in the same category, I wasn't even working in comics at the time. I was looking at their art when I was just a kid, not even thinking about doing comics. To be nominated in the same category was like, I can't believe it. And then to win, I still can't believe it. Like right now, I've won, I think maybe 5 awards in the same category, most adaptable.
That's outstanding.
And then one favorite inker award. So I still can't believe it. But talking to me now, I have goosebumps. My hair is standing.
Every reason to have goosebumps.
Yeah.
That's a big deal for you. And you know, you probably see a lot of young up-and-comers. Somebody that comes and meets you for the first time, you know what?
Yes.
Your work has inspired me. Whether they've seen it online, they picked up one of your books that you've worked on.
Yes.
To your fans out there, the people that are watching this on Facebook Live right now, young artists that are up and coming, what would you most want to say to them today to inspire them and get them to move forward in their careers in drawing?
Okay. So, as an artist, if you want to be an artist, keep practicing and never let other people tell you that you can't do it, because what you love to do is a passion, and you just keep doing it. So when I was growing up, we didn't have any art teachers that taught us how to work in comics. So me wanting to pay for it, I started developing a YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel, Walden Wong Art, and there I do a lot of tutorials on what tools to use, how to do certain techniques, what you need to do to get work, the process of making a comic book. I talk about all of that, even going to conventions. Like this video that I'm doing with you, it's going to be a video, I just do everything that's related to comics with me. I hope that what I've learned from my 23 years, that that you can learn from it and that it can inspire you to do better.
Walden Wong has been an absolute delight here at SpaCon. Real quick before we wrap up with you, sir.
Okay.
Again, you mentioned your YouTube. I wanted to get all of your social channels out there. That way people can connect up with all things Walden Wong. Tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Okay, so I'm on, let's see, I have so much. I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have, actually, let me pull out my phone.
Hey,
to see.
he's got all the tools right now.
Let's see, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. I'm on Patreon also. Patreon, I do a mentorship. Elo, Vero, DeviantArt, and YouTube. And all of them is under the name Walden Wong Art.
Makes it easy, he's easy to find. He's here at SpaCon. I would encourage you, if you're a lover of art, if you have dreams of making it big as a colorist, an inker, or just putting your own comic book together, start your inspiration right here with Walden Wong. Sir, you've been a delight.
Great, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
We've got more coming your way, gang, from the SpaCon couch. It's SpaCon 2019.
Thank you.
The first time, I think this is the first for us too. I don't think
It's first time in any convention that I ever been to. Like, look, the whole place is lighting up. It looks kind of cool, actually. Like, if they had that without the sirens,
Actually, did.
So this is the first for me. There's a fire alarm during convention. Look at that, it's lighting up. All the retailers and vendors are gonna start packing up, but nothing's happening.